right, Jackie Jackson fans. So the reason why we have Sherri on the show again is because Sherri has a wonderful 3-day workshop that's coming up called Release the Revenue. And we want to talk all about it, get all the inside juicy details about how she came up with this wonderful idea and how the workshop is going to be helping you. Is that right, Sherri?
Correct. Exactly. The workshop is designed with you in mind. Correct. That's exactly correct.
So tell us, Sherri, tell the Jackie Jackson audience, like, what is Release the Revenue and how did you come up with this idea?
Oh, wow. Yes. Release the Revenue is exactly what it says. Release the revenue. Well, I came up with the idea because I realized, Jackie, in our last joint venture with Cash Flow Your Life, yay, was so successful. I had people coming up to me, family members who are entrepreneurs, who have like a part-time business or doing a business on the side. They have a 9-to-5 and they haven't left the 9-to-5 yet, but they have a business on the side, but it has not been profitable. But it's like an MLM business or whatever it may be. They just haven't seen the profit yet to do that jump to maybe make their dream become their passion and move on. So, and I realized after talking to several individuals that what the issue was is they did not understand the revenue portion of the business. How do I package my price? How do I come up with an offer? How do I make an offer? And when I get that offer or get that check, what do I do with that check when I get it? Or what do I do when the revenues start coming in? These are information we need.
So Sherri, if I'm hearing you correctly, what you're saying is Release the Revenue was birthed to help other entrepreneurs who are already in business find the money in their business. Like, you are going to teach them how to be profitable and make more money in their business.
Yes, Jackie. Let me tell my story, because you who else can tell it best than you?
Yeah.
So when we started our cleaning company, I took $1,000 to start a cleaning company with $1,000 that I had actually took from my own funds and I flipped it, right? So even with that being said, I saw what other cleaning companies was doing. So I went and got a website. I went and got the cards because I want to look professional. So I want to get all this stuff done at one sale. Not one sale from all these marketing. So I was already in the negative before I even started business, right? So I had to climb out of the negative. So when I started my property preservation business afterwards, I knew exactly what not to do because I had learned my lesson there. And as I speak to other like-minded individuals who has a 9-to-5 or who's doing something on the side and have multi-stream of income, their issue is the business wasn't designed to do what it's doing. So it's up to me. And of course, you're my guest speaker to come in and change that idea. So that's exactly what it was birthed from, because I would have people say to me, well, how are you making money there? Or how are you making money in that? It's not just about the money, or let's, for instance, a conference, right? It's not about just the ticket sales. There's several different streams of ways you can make money hosting a conference or having a proper preservation business or having a real estate business. There's different niches and things that can make money in that one thing or one event that they don't realize.
Wow, that is so phenomenal, truly. So, and I know the success that you have had in your property preservation business, and I know that through your experience, that's what you are going to share at the Release Your Revenue 3-day workshop for other entrepreneurs, because so many times part-time entrepreneurs, like people who have businesses on the side, they have so many like conflicting challenges in their life. They have already, their time is limited because they're working for someone else, right?
Yes.
They have to contribute their time to their family as well, right? And then they have to fund their dream, find ways to fund their dream and be profitable. So there's so many competing factors that it almost feels like the odds are against them. And we want to make sure that they are set up for success. So with your experience, how do you plan to help someone who's in a situation like that, trying to understand the pieces of the puzzle that's going to put them forward in their business so they can peacefully and profitably transition from their full-time employment to their full-time business if they so chose to. Or maybe they just want to be profitable in their business and still maintain their current job because they love what they do. And I know they currently work right now. So I know that it is possible to be successful and profitable in your business and still be profitable and successful in your current occupation and your career if you do have one. So how do you juggle and manage those two things?
You know, that's awesome that you said that, because I really want to point this out. When we're not saying this is to teach you how to leave your job, or this, because there's some people, like you said, love their job. I do. And one of the things we know, though, is when you sign up to start this business, you sign up so you can take back your time, you can get more clients, and you can cash flow. So those are the three things that you sign up for. However, you realize that entrepreneurship on the side became a job opposed to a business, right? Because whether the blueprint wasn't done correctly, or whether the information wasn't given correctly, or you maybe didn't have a mentor to mentor them, because that was me. So how I juggle everything and making sure the pieces are there, I am not teaching anything that I haven't done myself. So let's be clear on that. You have to be able to do something first and say, they will hear about my failures, they'll hear about my success, because I think you can learn from your failures and you can learn from your success. On Facebook, matter of fact, today I was talking to other people, and I said, you know, the great thing about workshops and conferences is it is able to speed you up 3-4 years ahead, opposed to someone who did not have the resources that are like 5, 6, 7 years behind. Mm-hmm. So there's so much resources and workshops that are going on right now with Release the Revenue as an example, that it make you think outside the box. So I am able to learn these strategies and implement these strategies in my business to teach it to others to speed up their profit growth way ahead for sustainability.
You see my face? I'm like, speed up profit.
Yeah.
Speed up profit.
Exactly.
You are speaking my language, Miss Sherri. I mean, that is exactly why I am such an advocate for people cash flowing their life, because releasing the revenue speeds up profit. And that's the reason why they should come out to the 3-day workshop and listen to your experiences, listen to your successes, also listen and learn from your lessons learned, because you allude to the fact that coming and attending these workshops helps you cut down your learning time, you know, your learning
curve. Yes,
exactly, because you learn from someone else's mistakes and challenges so that you don't have to go through the same types of mistakes and challenges in your business.
Yes. I so agree, because here's the issue that we have even now on social media. You're looking at someone's life, but you're looking at where they are now, right?
Wait. If it's real. Let's be clear. It's real, okay? Because you can put anything on social media.
Exactly. You're right. So we're looking at other people's life, or what they implement for it to be, or, you know, and whether they're calling it by faith, I don't know. But the point remains is they didn't wake up like this, right? They had some things they had to go through. They may hire a mentor, which I highly recommend. They may hire a coach who knows what they're doing, who's credible, and they kind of show them a step of the way. Or maybe they did not. And because of that, they had to revamp it over and over till they get it right? Because that's how you learn, even from your failures. So when you see these people, it's important to understand that they did not just arrive where they are. There's a process in place that they had to go through, good or bad, that got them there, right? But that teaching and that process and that lesson that they learned, we're now turning into workshops to educate others so they don't have to go through the thing. And like you said, the learning curve is cut short.
And there's a clear formula for success Would you agree, Sherri? I
Yes.
mean, there really is. There's a formula for success and there's a formula for failure, right? And it's called planning and preparation, all right? So if you don't have a plan and you don't have any process in place that's going to guide you step by step towards your goals, then you're actually essentially speeding up the process to your failure, right? You're going to
Yes.
fail more often. It's not like it's inevitable that you won't get to your destination, but you're going to get there at a slower pace than someone who already has the answers to the questions that you need answers, right? So
Yes.
the workshop is a guide that's going to prepare you to get to your goals faster by answering questions, putting you in the circle, emancipating your understanding of how you can free your mind and free up ways to bring in more cash into your business, more revenue, more importantly, because revenue is multiple income
Green.
coming in.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I know you're going to talk about that as well too, which is scaling your business, right? So
Yes.
the difference between scaling within your industry and adding additional services rather than industry hopping and changing every single time you have a new thought. Just because something didn't produce the type of results that you wanted, people normally change courses, and that's the reason why they can't find success as well. They don't stick to anything long enough.
Wow, you said it. Like you said a mouthful. Matter of fact, on Thursday, I will be doing a Facebook Live webinar on this exact same thing, because there's a difference between, and I use my example. When I started in the cleaning business, and I stayed there, and I was being that person, being impatient.
Wait. Before you did the
Yeah,
cleaning business, guess what? I just
but
want to give a shout out to Summer's Professional Cleaning. Why? Because Summer's Professional Cleaning has helped me and has provided exceptional service for when I do my flips on my real estate
yes,
deals.
yes.
You have cleaned out through your property preservation arm of Summer's Professional Cleaning and has made so much money for me. I will invest and sow a seed in your company any day because of the
Oh,
quality of
thank you.
service that your
Thank
company
you.
provides. And let me tell you, I just wanted to say that to you. Okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. And one of the reasons why I started the business, which is exactly what I was, my 9 to 5 didn't produce as much as I wanted to live, right? It's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make, right? So what I know that God has ordained me to live a certain way, right? It's his kingdom. We're not going to go that far, but it's his kingdom, and how I want to have my prosperity and live my life before he called me home is not going to be the same. It's not, didn't have the amount based on my job. So, how paramilitary is too. So with that being said, I wanted a business, not another job, because I could have got a second job. With Jamaicans, they get like 3 or 4 jobs, right?
But isn't that what most people do when they want to make more money?
Yeah.
They go and they exchange more of their time for
Yeah,
money, right? Because
exactly.
people are only aware of making money one way, which is
Yes,
exchanging their time
traditional
for
way,
money. Exactly, which is only earning active income as opposed to
passive
setting
income.
up processes where they can earn passive income. So I know
Yeah.
you mastered that.
Yes. So when the cleaning company started, I first realized how much houses do I need, and before I could do that, what house was I going to target? Like, who am I just going to clean anyone that call me? Well, in the beginning, maybe yes, because you're still trying to master your field. But as you get a feel of it, you know who your clientels are, and so you niche down from different cleaners. So you can say no because that's not your vision that you're on. When someone call that doesn't line up or doesn't pay what you want them to pay, or your company overhead costs. So after the cleaning business took off and it was in mode where it is handling it by itself, because I was working in my business, not on my business. That's a different story. So as I was able to now work on my business, it was in pretty much remote process where I don't have to be present. I went ahead and scaled up to property preservation, still in property, still in real estate, still another arm of real estate. So I went up to property preservation because I realized I was leaving money on the table.
And we can't do that.
we can't do that at
And that's
all.
we can't, let's just be clear.
Yeah.
You can't leave money on the table. And I tell that to my coaching clients as well, that you just can't leave money on the table. That's the reason why I teach more than wholesaling. I
Yes.
teach all the other strategies, and exit strategies, acquisition strategies, buying and selling strategies, so that people can have more tools in their toolkit, so they can do more, they can help more people, and therefore close more deals. So it sounds
Yes.
like you have mastered that on the property preservation side, where you're able
Yes.
to close more deals, which allows you also to be more profitable.
Yes, and again, I'm still in my niche, but as I grow and build my portfolio, I did not generate off to credit repair, or I did I did not move off to something, a marketing, or something that is still within my niche. And as I grow and grow, then I learned real estate, and as I learned real estate, I knew that there's a piece that these realtors and real estate agents and banks and foreclosure homes needed service, and that grew the property preservation as it is today. So that's where my information came from. But if I wasn't disciplined with my profit, I wouldn't have been able here to talk to you about profit and how I made it. Now, when you're over here trying to do all these different things, I also have paralegal, and I could do immigration paperwork and all that, and I'm good at that. But that's not the thing I do. Not because you're good at something, that doesn't mean that you should do it. You
Wow.
have to be
Can you
able
say that again? Can you repeat that one more time, please?
Not because you're good at something, that doesn't mean that this is something that you have to do. Because if that's not your passion, or if that's not a skill that you don't feel in your heart to do it, if it's something that you would do for free, that's not your passion. That's not it. That is not it. So when I talk to people all the time, I'm like, well, what do you do? And then they'll tell me they do B, and then B doesn't mean C, and then I do real estate, but also I do marketing, and I'm a photographer. That's too much, because
they are not clear. They're not clear on what they want,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So you can't expect to be successful when you are unclear about your own goals.
Yes, yes, because you want your clients, whether you're selling product or service, you want your clients, whether yours is B2B, business to business, or person to person, you want
Or
them to
people
be
to people.
or people to people. You want them to be able to trust you, like you're the expert matter in our field. Because at the release the revenue workshop, we have people who are expertise in their field that are coming in to grace these people with their presence, and telling them we have great sponsors that are coming in and will be sharing information to them about what they do and how they can use them to profit. So there's a hand being held right there. Remember, we didn't have that, Jackie, when we started. We didn't have anyone say,
Not
"Oh,
so
you go
much.
here."
Not so much. Not in laid out like the way it is being laid out
Too
right
easy.
now.
Too
By
easy.
and I'm so grateful to be in a position where I can share best practices with those that are coming up, behind us, if you will, and positioning them to be successful, because that's really what it's all about. When we have more people that are successful, that's where we can truly have control and expansion and make real changes in our community. So it behooves us to to deliver this information to the masses, so that they can have the same resources that we eventually learned along the way, so that it can cut down their learning time, so they can have the highest probability of being successful and expanding our community.
Wow, you said a mouthful, because I was listening to Danielle Pierce. She was on a Facebook Live the other day. Shout out to her. And she's also property preservation, and she also specializes in tax liens. And something she said, that when she go to these tax liens auctions, you get that person who says, I don't want to buy a house there because no one's living there. And she says, well, that doesn't make any sense, because if we all buy a property there and we fix that property up, it's going to upsell the area, right? So our community will be better. So if everyone say no to something, you're not helping the community. So what better way to help in saying, yes, I will invest my time in there. Yes, I will invest my skill level in there. And through community and collaboration, they're able to appraise the value of those properties in that area. How amazing the power of the human body is.
That, I mean, girl, you said a mouthful. How about that?
Yes.
You said a mouthful. All right. So community is what you make it, right? And that's what Release the Revenue is doing. We're creating a community of entrepreneurs helping other entrepreneurs transition from where they currently are in their business to a place that they can become consistently profitable, like their revenue becomes predictable. And it only becomes predictable by following specific principles and being disciplined. And those are the skills, that's the information that you will be delivering and teaching, right? So who is this? Who is this workshop for? Who is the ideal person to come to this workshop? And who are the individuals that you believe that, you know, this is not who this is for?
I love it. Great question. Great. Because these are the individuals who has some type of part-time, and I say part-time, to be clear, you have a 9-to-5, but you're working on some MLM business, or you have conferences, or you have your real estate license, but you haven't doing it full-time. It's kind of a whole those type of people. You know, you develop this business that have multi-streaming income. You haven't really let go of your business yet, or maybe you have let go of your business and now you're like, what do I do now? Well, what do I do? This is for the person who want to start a cleaning company, the person who want to start workshops or conferences, or real estate agent, or real estate investors. You know, these are all marketing people, whatever it may be, to get that piece of pie together. And they, you know, you have a passion inside of you. And I want to say this before we go too. This is also for the people who does not have a business yet, but they're looking to start the right way, right? Because some people did it wrong, and we now have to reverse, backtrack.
They have to reverse engineer and re-engineer
exactly
towards their goals.
Exactly, because I was speaking to one of the young ladies that came to our Cash for Your Life workshop, and she says, I will definitely be at Release the Revenue. When you're looking at her and says she hasn't started her business yet, great, because the learning curve is now cut, because she's not gonna have to make the mistake that I made, right? And she's able to get information ahead of time and makes proper decision. You know, it's like buying a $500, $600 website that doesn't have an SEOs, but you're paid for it and it's just sitting there, right? So those are small marketing stuff.
Beautiful digital business card that no one knows about.
Oh, yes, exactly. And they're sitting here, and you said just one day I'm going to get them out. Today's the day. So these are male, female. This is definitely your workshop. This is definitely the workshop you need to come to, because not everyone, but most of the people I talk to, that is their problem. They have a business. Most of them even have clients, Jackie. That's what's weird. They have clients. They have the revenue coming in, but
they're making sales, but they can't see where the money is going.
Can't see where the money is gone, because what they expected is for them to be profiting by now, and it's not there. What's wrong? This is not a CPA workshop. This is not an accounting workshop. These are not. I hate numbers, so don't think you're coming here to get CPA talk and none of that. It's very vitally important for you to watch your numbers. We're going to go over that, yes. But we're talking about, how do you price a product? How do you know if your pricing is the revenue amount that you want to bring in? What happens when the clients don't show up, or when the ticket sales are not selling? What other ways can you make that up? That's what the Release the Revenue is about. It's finding different ways strategically to get money in your business while sustaining your business. You don't have to do another source. You don't have to do another thing. Like example, in my cleaning company, we started with t-shirts. Now we are using polos, right? Just one professional look changed the dynamics of the people we serve, who has a higher pay.
That's so powerful, Sherri. Like, truly, I wish someone had shared this information with me when I started out in my business. You know, as a real estate expert, There's so many different facets that I had to learn, like so many different principles that I had to learn. Not only did I have to learn the strategies for buying and selling real estate, right? But I also had to learn how to manage my business too, because they're not the same thing, right? So
Yes.
when you start making money, like what do you do with this money?
Yes.
You need to just be as disciplined as someone who is making soaps. It doesn't matter what the product or the service is. There's some basic principles that every entrepreneur must know if their business is going to be successful. And it's powerful, the information that you are sharing, Sherri. I mean, it's 3 whole days, right? 3 days.
Yes, 3
So
days.
day 1 is October 26th. So what's going to happen on day 1? Share with us what's going to happen.
Oh yes, day 1. Yes, the great thing about day 1, the time is 1 to 5. And why I love day 1. Day 1 is where you get fired up and get ready to learn and bring all your questions and bring all your books and your information and your pen and paper. I love day. This is why I love day 1, because we always start our workshop with a mindset, right? Because if you're not in the mindset of abundance, if you're not in mindset of confidence, or you have the mindset that speaking affirmation and positivity in your life, nothing I say to you, whether it's day 1, day 2, or day 3, is not going to matter, because your mind needs to be transformed to receive the information that I have for you. So transforming your mind means how you start your day, or how you plan your life. How do you look at life, right? What financial principle? How do you feel about money? So I've asked you, beautiful Jackie, to be our guest speaker for day 1, because I know you're going to bring the fire on the financial principles that need to be integrated in our brain in order for us to move forward. That I cannot stress how important that is. We have been embedded with information from our forefathers, our family, and our parents, the way we were raised to think about money. And therefore, now we have a problem with money, because if you're in your personal life, you have a problem with money. In your business life, you're going to have a problem with money too. It's not going to disappear, right? And even if you get,
it's amplified.
Yes.
It becomes like even more obvious and disturbing, the mismanagement of it. So in your personal life, when you're able to hide it and pretend that you don't have an issue, when you transition into becoming a entrepreneur and a business owner, that situation, that unresolved unresolved relationship that you have with money becomes like very, very transparent in your business.
Yes, exactly. So this is why we always start our first day with mindset, right? Whether it's abundance mindset or financial principle mindset, that mindset, we have to declutter. It's been years, regardless of what your age is, it's been years of our parents telling us money doesn't grow on trees, or money doesn't do this, or money, so we have it embedded like, you can't do that, or you can't do this, or daddy didn't do this, or you don't have the skills or the ability to do this. Nobody else in your family did it. So how so we have to start there. Or what does your personal bank account look like first, right? Are you using your personal bank account to fund your business? That's a no-no. Your business was created to be a business. So if you're doing that, you don't have a business, you have a job. So it's important for us to show you you're stuck. That's what we call you being stuck. So we need to figure out how to get you unstuck by teaching you these strategies, because your business should be funded by your business. And if it's not, that means you need to learn something that can change your life and change the way you look at things.
Absolutely. So day 1 is mindset and resolving those limiting beliefs that cause people to be stuck in their business. And day 2, what do you have entail for day 2?
Awesome. So day 2, we're going to be learning different strategies, several different strategies about how to package our pricing, regardless if it's product or regardless of services. How do we package our prices when we send it out, whether you have a product online or offline, whether you have a cleaning company, how many cleaners do you need, or how many to receive to get your revenue for the year or the quarter? And we're going to be packaging that. We're going to tell you little things you need to know about your expense and your revenue minus your expense for your profit. That's little thing. That's the only little math you really need to know. So those days we're going to have different strategies, and we're going to also have scenarios.
Good.
Scenarios, yes, to where we can brainstorm, and we have the class or the attendees help us solve these problems or these scenarios in regards to money or in regards to a business. So we're going to have some fun with that. So it's not just going to be sitting down. It's going to be class participation. It's going to be lots of fun on day 2. I don't want to give everything away.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well, you know, my next question is, right, you said you didn't want to give anything, you want to give everything away. And here I am. I'm like, so what's going to happen on day 3? Because I need to know. I need to know, Sherri. I'm so excited. So what will happen on day 3, or what do you have planned for workshop participants?
Okay. So here's the thing with day 3. And I really saw this again when we did Catch for Your Lives. That Sunday, right? We had to get everybody out of the house. Like, leave. You have to leave. You cannot stay there. We have to leave. But what we did, which I thought was so great, is whenever you go to a workshop, you're so excited to implement the information that you receive. Yes. So day 3, we will pretty much be put into practice with your own business. Your own business that you want to start or started, you're going to implement the strategies that you learn in day 2 in day 3. And here's the great thing about it. When you're at home.
You know that, Sherri? That's so cool.
Yes, because when you're going home, you're like, okay, she told me this, but how does this apply to my business, right? So, and because there's so many people there to help you, and you use more than one brain now, there's definitely gonna be somebody in the class that says, hey, you should do it this way. What about this way? So it's the collaboration that makes your business successful. There's nobody competing. Like Angel said, iron is sharpening iron, So day 3, those information you learn in day 2, you can take your own business, because I do not want anyone leaving without saying, well, that information doesn't apply to me. So we're going to break your business down in day 3 and use those same strategy to see how it fit in. So when you leave that door, you're leaving with the information for start your business, not somebody else's business, your business.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing. Now, the link for to purchase tickets has been up the whole time, but please share with all of the viewers how they can purchase their tickets, and are there any specials going on? How could they get access to tickets if they want to come and learn at the Release the Revenue 3-day workshop?
Okay, so that is even a great thing. So one thing when we did Cash for Your Life, what did they say? That they told us that, my goodness, we would have paid so much for this information because it was so priceless. Yes. You're getting $5,000 worth of valuable information to cash flow your business, sustainable business cash flow your entire business. $5,000 worth of information. And we're packaging it down for you to be able to afford it and make sure that you have resources that you can go to when you're stuck. So we'll also have Release the Revenue group. And it's a private group. It's not open to everyone. It's a private group where you can come in and I'm stuck here. I'm trying to do this thing. I don't know what to do. How do I package it? And you're going to have a community of people to assist you if you have any questions. So that's one. Secondly, we will also have some coaching programs for you to take charge of if you're interested in that. Because I know when you get all this wealth information, it's hard for you to marinate everything in 3 days because it's a lot of information. So here we go. Our Release the Revenue, you go to releasetherevenue.com. Again, that releasetherevenue.com. No /, just releasetherevenue.com. Very easy. Our price for everything that we just talked about is early bird special $297. What? Only $297. That's an early bird special. Now remember.
Sherri, say it again. $297 for $5,000 worth of information.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. You're
giving that away.
Yes. Giving that away.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And Jackie, if for whatever reason that person cannot make the payment at the time, we do also have a payment plan. But we are in what month? We're in July. So this workshop is in October. So there should be no reason why you have not secured your ticket. And for the record, we are only taking, we have limited seating because we want it to be as intimate as possible. So no one get overlooked, or the business didn't get overlooked, or they feel like they didn't get that relationship or question answer. We always do that at our workshop, making sure our ticket, our seats are limited, that you can stretch out, you can bring your information, your questions, and all that. So we got to make sure we understand early bird special means exactly that. Early bird special. And after that early bird special is done, our ticket price will go up. Our payment, 2 payments of $198 is also considered early bird special because it has an ending date too. So you're getting $297 early bird special, and for whatever reason, if you're not able to make that, your ticket price, 2 payments of $198 of $5,000 worth of valuable information to sustain your profit in your business is so worth it. So worth it.
So here's what they need to do. They need to click on the link.
Yes. Now, but we only taking a few. Yes, we're only taking a few.
Like, stop what you're doing. Press pause.
Yes.
Go buy your ticket right now.
Right now. Exactly. Yes.
All right. Well, thank you.
I love it.
For tuning in and watching the Jackie Jackson Show. We interviewed Sherri Summers, business strategist. ReleaseTheRevenue.com is her site that she has up where you can purchase your tickets to attend the 3-day business entrepreneur workshop coming up in October. Thank you. Don't forget to follow me, send all your private message, your questions, all that stuff at the Jackie Jackson. You can follow me on Instagram, tweet me, send me something on Google Plus, LinkedIn, Facebook me, whatever you'd like. The Jackie Jackson. And we're signing out. Bye.